What is up, weirdos? Happy last day of September, if you can believe it. Oh my gosh, how's everyone feeling? I'm here, I'm looking in the chat. There's a couple of you already here, which is just so delightful to see. Um, I don't know if anyone, I know some of you guys aren't from America, but we had our first round of presidential debates last night, and I'm sure you saw it all over the internet. But wow, it was. So that really affected me today. So I've had a little bit of a strange day. I think a lot of people have. So I'm just starting with that, just like, being honest. But for all of you that do live in America, just make sure you are registered to vote. Make sure you figure out how you're going to vote, and make sure you get that evil man out of the White House, and we'll be on the road back to somewhere, I guess. So, but I'm very happy to be here with you guys tonight. I really just needed a horror movie club tonight. I don't know about you guys, but just to hang out with some friends and just talk about stuff that we like, and not just have a minute with each other. And that's what I was really looking forward to today. So let me just come in here and see who's here. So we have Mark. Hi, always first, very impressive. We have Stacy, who is, let's see, making Halloween costumes and cosplay. I mean, that is thrilling to hear. I would love to know what you're making. If it says it below, I'm sorry I didn't get there yet. Let's see. We also have the Man Hammer. Hello. Yes, we are on Wednesdays now. I take a class on Tuesday nights now, and work, so Tuesdays just got too crazy for me. Also, this is like a strange angle. Is this better? Hopefully my light doesn't fall down. Let's see. We have Martin in here. Hello. So glad you're here. We have Lopekey Vision, Vatman, Larry, Dakotes, Scorpio Reacts. You guys, I'm so glad you all are here. Yes, I cannot believe tomorrow is October 1st. Like, this is such a perfect evening in a way. I think I already tweeted this earlier. Of course, I also didn't tweet that I was actually live. That's like my thing. I always forget to tell anyone that I am live. Come hang out. I'm writing it right now. Because I always forget. But yeah, I am so excited for tonight because, first of all, I think I had said this. I don't think I had seen Paranorman, or either that or like I had not watched it all the way through. I don't know. Parts of it seem familiar to me, but I do not think I've seen it. I enjoyed it so much. It was such a delightful movie with so much heart. It was just like so fun. So just thank you guys for voting on it, because it was one that I hadn't seen and I just freaking loved it. And then the other thing is some of my Patreon people, if you're at a certain level, we do monthly movie nights, and tonight everyone voted to watch The Addams Family from 1991. So I feel like tonight is like a full-on like October, getting it spooky, ready to go. And also, it's not lit up right now, but you can see some of my October background. I posted this in a Patreon vlog as well of me decorating it, but it's looking pretty cute back there. Pretty exciting. I've already filmed a couple of October videos, including my video for tomorrow, and it's so exciting. It's obviously stressful because I do 31 days of Halloween, so that's a video every single day in October, but even though it's stressful, it's always just so full of joy and like very fulfilling for me to do it. It feels like I'm really like taking advantage of October season, like hardcore. So I'm really excited. And I've also watched a couple of movies that are going to come out very soon that I'm excited to review for October. And one, I'll go ahead and tell you one that I think is so awesome, and it comes out October 2nd, so it comes out on Friday, and that is 12-Hour Shift. It is by Brea Grant, and it is basically a movie about a nurse who's doing a double shift, and you find out that she is in like the organ trade and like helping steal and sell organs. Guys, it's so funny and so dark and weird. That movie and review is coming out Friday, but I'm really excited for you guys to see that movie because I think a lot of you are really gonna like it. It also has a couple of wrestlers in that movie as well. I know we have some wrestling fans here in Horror Movie Club as well. So let's see. We also have Albert in here. Hello. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. And yes, Morticia and Gomez, truly couple goals. It's funny because this year, actually the last couple years, I always bring up for Travis and I to do Morticia and Gomez for Halloween for our couples costume. And because we've only done a couples costume, I think 1 year when we were Eddie and Columbia from Rocky Horror, which was really fun. And it always comes up in my mind to do Gomez and Morticia because they're such an iconic couple. But ultimately, especially for the guy, the costume is like not that fun to build because it's mostly just a suit and slicked back hair, which, you know, is like cute and I love it. And even for me, it's just like finding the right dress. Whereas like when we do like cosplays, we like to like find all the right kind of pieces that kind of we piece together to make the right kind of costume. And so anyways, and this year, I know some of you already know this, but I'll tell you again anyway because I'm excited. We are doing Sweeney Todd and Mrs. Lovett, which is going to be really fun. We're actually going to order some of his costume tonight, and I've ordered all my pieces. I think I've tried them on together. It's looking good. I still have a couple of things to figure out, but I'm very excited about it. So those cosplays are gonna be fun, and we are gonna do a video. I guess I don't know when we're dressing up. Maybe we'll have to dress up twice because I definitely want to like film a video for October of like us doing the cosplay. Super fun, super fun. So I guess because it's almost October 1st, before we get started, of course, as always, you can let me know in the chat what you've watched this week, TV shows, movies, books, anything, content you've been taking in. Even, we never do this, but like other YouTubers, anything that you've really been enjoying watching, that you would want to recommend to other people, put that in the chat, yes. And also, put in the chat if you've figured out your Halloween costume and what you're gonna be. If you want it to be a surprise, you don't have to tell us. Like, I get it. Some people are like secretive about it. But just let me know in the chat because I'm dying to know what people are gonna be this year. I also always love seeing kind of like the Halloween trends of like what you see a lot of. Like Lauren and I the other day, this is like a full story time intro. I swear we're gonna talk about Paranorman. But it's just been such a weird like 24 hours. I feel like I just need to like talk right now. So hopefully it's interesting. So Laura and I the other day, we went to Spirit Halloween, and it was the first, I mean, she had actually already gone, but it was my first time going this year. And we went to the one in Manhattan. So it doesn't have, the suburban Spirit Halloween stores have a lot more, they have a lot more space, so they can hold a lot more product. So they didn't have as much stuff, but it was so interesting to see kind of the things that you can see are going to be like the trending costumes of 2020. One for sure is all the Birds of Prey costumes they had there, which were so well done. I could not believe like the Harley Quinn costumes from Birds of Prey. They were like legit, like they looked so good. I wanted to buy it just to wear it, even though that's not my costume. Like they looked amazing. Also, of course, I think the funniest thing is all the Plague Doctor costumes, like the Black Plague, like with the bird mask. Like I think that is such a fun idea, and I know a lot of people are gonna do it this year, but it's just like freaking great. Let's see, what else did I see there? Obviously, all the Hocus Pocus witches. Everyone loves Hocus Pocus. I love Hocus Pocus. I actually watched it the other night. I usually watch it once a year, and I usually wait till October, but it was like a night that I just wanted to turn something easy and nostalgic on, so I watched that, and it was really nice. And then I just saw on Facebook, like literally like 10 minutes ago, that this is like, okay, so this is not going to be interesting to everyone, but I'm going to tell you for those that are interested. So ColourPop Cosmetics, which is a very cool makeup brand that's also like extremely affordable, which is why I really like them. They are coming out with a Hocus Pocus line, and apparently it was supposed to launch today, but the traffic on the website made the website crash, and so they are relaunching it tomorrow and like trying again. I don't know how they're going to fix that issue. But it looks so good, and literally I was like, this is actually a collection I would want to buy. Like, I want this eyeshadows, I want these lipsticks, like, I'm loving it. So that was super fun to see. But yeah, okay, let me come up in the chat now so I can see if anyone responded about Halloween. Let's see here. Oh wait, I'm scrolling. Ooh, I love that. So Martin's gonna be the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh my god, I would love to see what that costume looks like. You have to post pictures. That sounds so fun. Let's see. Mark says, I'm doing the Creeper. Ooh, what does that mean? The Creeper. It is... Oh, from Jeepers Creepers. Actually, that's a movie I've never seen. Isn't that dramatic? I've never seen that movie, so I don't know, but I will look it up so I make sure I can see what the costume looks like. Let's see. Is someone being someone from Street Fighter? Sorry, I'm trying to like see how far I can scroll. Travis kept talking about doing a costume from Street Fighter. Let's see. Stacy. So this is, I guess this is the cosplay you're working on now. Chiron the Centaur. A take on, oh, Mr. Thomas. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's really fun. I actually saw a good cosplay of that recently on TikTok. That's super fun. Let's see. Oh, and Martin also watched We Summon the Darkness this morning. I believe it's streaming on Netflix. That movie is really fun. It's like, it's not actually what I thought it was going to be about at all. Like, it was, like, from the trailers, I remember, it's such a different movie than I thought it was going to be, but still super duper fun. Super fun. Let's see here. And also watching the Scream series, awesome. The Scream series is really quite good, honestly. I enjoyed it. And I also saw somewhere that I guess they've started filming Scream 5. Is that true? I thought I saw that somewhere. Beep, beep, beep. Let's see. I'm scrolling. Let's see. Albert watched Beyond the Door. Mark watched Raised by Wolves. Very exciting. Vatman, let's see. What is Oats Studio Films? I'm not sure what those are. I would love to know, though. Let's see. Martin's also watching Collector Man's YouTube channel. That's very cool. Definitely link that to me somewhere because I don't think I've seen that channel. Yes, Scorpio Reacts. The Witches is excellent. If you haven't seen The Witches, that is definitely an October must watch. You will love it. It's so much fun and so creepy. Like, so much more creepy than you would expect. Super fun. Ooh, and Albert is doing Ash Williams from the Evil Dead cosplay. Guys, it's gonna be a good October. Even though, like, Halloween, like, I know it feels like Halloween is gonna be ruined, especially here in America because of COVID. We're still gonna have our special Halloween moments. It's still gonna be awesome. Like, even, I was saying, like, for me, this year, it's, like, more important than ever for me to do 31 Days of Halloween because I feel like ultimately that's going to be the way I celebrate this year because there's not going to be the kind of Halloween, you know, parties or trick-or-treating. It's just going to all be so different. So, yeah, this is going to be my way to celebrate is here on this channel. All right, so it is done, 8:15. So maybe we should start talking about Paranorman. This is our last animated spooky movie of the month. And then next week we are starting, as a reminder, Hammer horror films. I've actually changed. Last week I believe I said that we were going to do Brides of Dracula first. But I have changed that. And tomorrow's video is going to announce all this. So you'll see this anyway. And the voting will be up tomorrow. But just in case anybody wanted to know now, our first movie of Hammer Horror Month is actually going to be The Horror of Dracula from 1958. I'm very excited about it. And all the voting, this is also just so you know, all the voting is going to be movies from the 50s and 60s. I'm not going to really do any modern day Hammer films because they're still, I mean, they have still been an active studio. But I want to keep it in those like classic ones. I think that's going to be most fun for us. And there's so many that I feel like there's going to be so many for us to choose from even in that time period. So I think that's going to be really, really fun. So that's that. Voting will be up tomorrow. And yeah, here we go. Let's talk about Paranorman. So once again, this is one I had never seen before. It came out in 2012. It has, once again, a pretty fun cast. But first, let's talk about the writer and director. So the writer-director Chris Butler, he actually also worked on Coraline, another movie we watched this month. He did a couple of things on that movie. He did some character design, and he also was a storyboard supervisor. So that's cool. And then for Paranorman, he is the writer and the director, and then he actually co-directed with Sam Fell. So Sam Fell has done a number of animated movies, such as, let's see, Chicken Run. Oh, no, sorry, Chicken Run 2, which I guess is not out yet, my bad. Flushed Away, which is something I have not seen, but looks cute. Let's see, what else? Oh, what's this one? I know this one. The Tale of Despero. Yes, I actually love this movie. Has anyone seen this mouse movie, The Tale of Despero? Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. It came out in 2008, and it's about this mouse that has to like save a kingdom. It's actually a really adorable, cool. I can't remember. I don't think this is stop motion. But the whole look of the movie, the vibe is very, very cool. So he also is a director on that movie as well. It's not spooky, it's not Halloween-y, but it's a cool one. Okay, so that is Chris, and also Chris is, let's see, I think he's from the UK. Yeah, he's from England. And then, yeah, okay, so in terms of cast, we have a few big stars. Not as big of stars as some of the other ones we've covered. I've been really surprised with some of the other ones, such as Coraline, with just how like A-list the cast was. But this one we have some cool people. So first we have Cody Smith-McPhee. So you guys might remember him from Let Me In, the American version of Let the Right One In with Chloe Grace Moretz. If you guys saw that, I made a video comparing those two movies a while back. But he plays Owen in that, who is like the Oscar character. And that's what I think he's probably most famous for. He's been in a lot of other movies, but I think that and Paranorman. He's also in like an X-Men movie. But honestly, I think those are probably the two he's most famous for. And then we have, let's see, Anna Kendrick, who plays Courtney, the older sister. We have Casey Affleck, who plays Mitch, who's like this like kind of jock dude. We have, let's see, Tucker Albritzi, who plays Neil, who is like a little sidekick character. Let's see, who else do we have here? Leslie Mann plays the mom. Jeff Garlin plays the dad. Oh, Elaine Stritch plays the dead grandmother. So we'll get into plot in a minute. But this is actually Elaine Stritch's last role before she died. So that's kind of interesting as well. Oh my gosh. Also, apparently John Goodman is in this movie. Wait, who did he play? He played a small character, Mr. Prendergast. I guess he was like, oh. I think he's one of the ghosts. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I didn't even know that. That's fun. Okay. Coming back to the chat. Hello Sarah, how you doing? I see you said here back when X-Men was good. That's funny. You guys are great. Oh, okay, cool. So that may answer a question I had earlier, which was Oats Studio is Niall Blomkamp's fun project with friends, i.e. Sigourney Weaver. They are short horror films for free on YouTube. Oh, cool. Okay, I will look that up. Oats Studio. That sounds fun. Very cool, very cool. All right, so I guess let's pop into some little basics if you want. This was put out by Focus Features. Came out in August of 2012. Got pretty good reviews. It had a budget of $60 million and earned about $107 million. So it made money. That's good. And something pretty fun about this, or you know, different than the other ones we have looked at. It is the first stop motion film to use a 3D color printer to create character faces. So 2012 color printers were a thing, which I think is kind of cool. I actually saw a 3D printer make something once, and it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Like, that's such a freaking crazy machine. But they actually used that to make different character faces. And apparently this is only the second stop motion animation film to be shot in 3D. But I have no idea what the first one was. So if anyone knows what the first one was, let me know. And the basic thing about the basic plot of this movie, before we really get into it, so we have this character of Norman, and he is this young boy who can communicate with ghosts. They are all around him all the time. Anyone that has died that, I think in the movie he says, has unfinished business or died in a sudden or bad way, and they're kind of chilling still on this earthly plane or whatever, and he can see them and talk to them, and that also includes animals, which I really always appreciate, including that adorable dog that was like chopped in half but still somehow quite cute. And in this movie, he's basically, because he can speak to ghosts, he's given the task of ending a 300-year-old witch's curse on his Massachusetts town. So the town he lives in is called Blythe Hollow. And the name of this fictional town was actually taken from two different spooky pieces of literature. So Blythe's Spirit is a Noel Coward play that I actually remember working on in college. It's a really fun play that's like, it's like a kind of like a seance play. There's like a what's the word? Not a fortune teller, but she can see ghosts. I can't think of the name right now. I'm losing my mind. But anyways, and then the hollow part is of course from The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. So that's really fun. Okay. And let's see. And here Martin said, I want Norman's room, zombie everything. Yeah, the movie starts out with a really fun scene of a fake bad horror film that's like playing on TV. And apparently the animators had a really hard time making this, like this first section of the movie, because they had to like make it bad looking, and apparently that was difficult, which I think is funny, but they try to use like, you know, weird camera angles and things to make it feel like a horror movie, but with stop motion animation. And then I'm pretty sure it is the screaming girl, you know, is sort of based on Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween, and then the plot of this fake movie is supposed to be kind of Night of the Living Dead-esque. So that's fun. And it kind of zooms out after us seeing this, you know, B horror movie or whatever. And Norman is watching it in his living room with his ghostly dead grandma just chilling on the couch. And we kind of get the sense immediately, which is a big something that's consistent in all of these spooky animated movies is a kid that is totally misunderstood by his parents, by the world around him. They don't get him. They don't know why he's so like weird or spooky or whatever. Like I would say he's a weirdo just like us, Paranorman. But yeah, his parents just don't get it. They're concerned about it. His sister thinks he's annoying and weird. He doesn't have a lot of friends. And he's been pretty isolated from everyone in this town because he walks around all day saying hi to ghosts. Because he's friends with all of them. He knows all the ghosts. And it would be rude not to say hello. So he's just walking through town, and to the people in the town, just this kid who's talking to nobody all the time, and they think it's weird. And so he does have one friend, Neil Down, who's this like little cute boy, and once he's in school, he's in this like school play, and while he's in this school play, he's gonna gotta get the catalyst for the rest of the movie, which he basically has this vision that I should say this too. So he's having this vision, but before that, the school play is about this town legend about this witch from 300 years ago that haunts this town, blah blah blah. And it was basically an execution, and this is like where it gets quite dark, which is interesting. This movie does a couple of things that are pushing the boundaries a little bit in terms of like animated children's movies, which I think is pretty cool. So the first thing is that the witch that they kill 300 years ago is actually a child. They actually murder a child, and that's like so dark and awful. And the school play is basically commemorating the town's execution of this witch. But of course, at this point, 300 years later, they've kind of fictionalized this witch as, green with a pointy chin and the wart and this like evil character, when in reality it was actually just like this little girl. So that's rough. And then Norman is eventually confronted by his uncle, who everyone thinks is, crazy, Mr. Prendergast, who by the way is John Goodman, and he tells his nephew that he has to take up this ritual that he has to do every single year on whatever this day is that protects the town. He has to basically take this book, and I'm just going to spoil it a little bit. Take this book, go to the grave of this witch, read her this story so that she will sleep for another year. So because Norman's uncle is going to ultimately die, he's passing on this to Norman, and he's going to take it over because he can see ghosts just like his uncle could. Okay, and so then, and we have this big vision of, during the school play, Norman has this huge nightmarish vision that's all about the town's past, the town going on this witch hunt with, pitchforks and awful, and he sees all these horrible things, and then of course, when he comes to, he's like screaming about witches and ghosts in front of an entire audience of parents, and they all think he's crazy, and he once again embarrasses his family, and it's just another hard day in the life of Paranorman. Let's see here. Okay, so at this point, he eventually has to basically take on this task. Oh wait, I'm scrolling up in the chat for a second. Let me see what you guys are saying. A medium. Thank you. That is the word I was looking for. That was like in a vlog I posted on Patreon. I was looking. I still can't think of the word. Is it sepia? How do you say that word that is like the tone that's like the yellowish tone? I think it's sepia or sepia. Something like that. But I could not remember that word. Like, I don't know what's going on with me. Yes, the word was medium. Thank you so much. Yes. Oh, Martin also mentioned this, which I think is really great. there is also a lot going on in this town in terms of they have really capitalized on this witch story. I'm assuming they're trying to like joke around with the similar thing to Salem, Massachusetts, which a lot of their tourism and all of that is based on people coming to like learn about witches. Me being one of them. Lauren and I definitely went to Salem, Massachusetts one year to do all the witchy tours, and it was super fun. So this place has witch everything. Like everything is witches, including a Witch Wieners hot dog stand. Or no, it's Witchy Wieners hot dog stand. And at some point, the W is going out. So it says Itchy Wieners, which is just a funny. And so there's kind of moments like that. Sepia tone. I literally could not figure it out. It was so funny. Okay. Oh, also, did anyone watch the Craft trailer for the new Craft, which apparently is a sequel and not a remake? That was so interesting. I don't do trailer reactions anymore because I don't know. I just don't know if it's like good content. Like I always feel like, I don't know, like it's too easy or something. I don't know. Something about it. But I did watch the Craft trailer, and it was interesting. It didn't blow my mind. It looked a little cheesy and a little boring and very like CW, or dare I even say like ABC Family-esque. But I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to review it. And honestly, I'll probably still enjoy it. I have never really seen a witch movie that I didn't enjoy. So I'm assuming I'm going to like The Craft. But it definitely, the trailer did not blow my mind. Also, I mean, whenever you find out something is getting a rushed release, which this one definitely is. I mean, it's literally, I didn't even know they had started filming this movie. And then it's already coming to Amazon, or it's coming to Amazon, I guess. October, what is it? It's like October 22nd, something like that. I can't remember. Just feels so rushed. Like they were like announced it, putting out a trailer, putting it out in a few weeks. And it's just like, that's never a good sign, you know? That's just never a good sign. So, a little worried about that, but still gonna watch it, and that's fine. And yeah, absolutely, guys. Like, The Craft is also one of my fave movies. It is everything. It is amazing, and I love it. So I know that whatever they have made is not going to measure up to that, but I'm still hoping I can go in and enjoy a witchy movie. That's like all my hope is for it. I think that's fine. What I said to someone the other day is like how this trailer has really looked like a CW ABC Family style version of The Craft. And it's funny, Mark said it's Saved by the Bell meets The Craft. Yeah, like that kind of thing. I wish it had been more of like a HBO Euphoria witches kind of vibe. Like that I could have really got down with. That would have been cool. But we can't have everything the way we want. It's just not possible. Okay, so let's come back to Paranorman. Sorry, I just realized I hadn't really talked about The Craft trailer to anyone yet, so obviously I had to talk about it with you guys because you understand. But yeah, so Norman basically, okay, so he finds out what he's got to do is, you know, read from this book, but the book that he finds is a book of fairy tales, which is very confusing to him because at this point he doesn't realize the witch is a child. And then we also have this school bully named Alvin, who is so funny because they gave him like gauges. He's such a doof. Like, he's such a funny bully to me. And like he ultimately ends up being just, he's like so ridiculous. He ends up being almost a little bit likable because he's just like such a dunce. But so we have him also kind of joining this journey, and and then what he ends up kind of summoning is not actually the witch, like sort of he assumed. It ends up all of these zombies that rise up from the dead, which are ultimately the townspeople that had burned, or not burned, I can't remember how the witch died, but had killed this witch. and they are come back as zombies. And it actually reminded me a little bit of that Scooby-Doo movie we watched first, or I guess not first, second this month, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, in a way where the zombies are not what you think they are. They're actually the people of the town that are now being punished for what they did, which is very interesting. Like in the Scooby-Doo, the pirate zombies were actually trying to warn the Scooby Gang of what was happening. They weren't actually the ghosts to worry about. And this is a little bit similar, where these zombies, they're not actually the big evil. They're just like the middle evil, if you will. And let's see. Oh, and then, okay, so at some point, he's trying to finish this ritual, even though there's all this chaos going on. And the witch is like, no, and strikes the book with lightning and basically knocks Norman out. And then he has this dream where he kind of comes back to this little girl whose name is Agatha Prendergast, which is once again his uncle's last name. So then we kind of get this understanding that this is a line of people that could talk to ghosts. So he is actually related to Agatha or Aggie Prendergast. So that's kind of a cool connection that I wasn't really even thinking about until I was looking at the cast list, and I was like, oh, right, they're probably, she's like his great grandmother or something like that. Which doesn't really make sense, but you know what I mean. They're in the same family lineage. And so she is also a medium. She can talk to ghosts. And then Norman basically realizes that Aggie was wrongly convicted. They saw her ability to talk to ghosts and thought it was evil witchcraft, and so they wrongly killed her, which is like so horrifying. And the leader of this group that did it was Judge Hopkins. He's the one that like brought down the gavel and said, this is what we're going to do. And so basically he understands that the townspeople zombies can actually be helpful to him. So he tries to get them to take him to Aggie's actual grave so that he can, you know, release the curse, set her free, figure out what to do. And let's see. Oh, and then at some point, the actual town Norman lives in, all the actual people are forming an angry mob because of what's going down with these zombies. And they're kind of mirroring the angry mob of 300 years ago. So it's kind of a, you know, history repeats itself kind of vibe going on there. Okay, and then basically the last thing that happens, we have this big thing that's kind of the heart of the movie. Oh, thank you, Jay Donovan. Thank you for your club dues. Much appreciated. That's so sweet of you. Starting October off right, I'll put it towards a cosplay. And okay, so basically what we find out in this last section, what ends up being the heart of the movie, is Norman talking to Aggie and discovering that she was wrongly accused. Her life was taken away from her, and all this has, all the hatred formed by this town is actually the real monster of the movie. And let's see. Yes. Martin put in here, I love that there is no real big evil in this movie. Humans are the real monsters. Exactly. Like that's what we ultimately find out is going on. And Norman even has this like speech to Aggie basically saying that yes, there is all this hate, but you can't forget that people did love you. Like, who loved you? Who took care of you? Because, of course, Norman was very connected to his grandmother, which is why she kind of stuck around after death to take care of him. And for her, it was her mother. And so having this connection of, like, there are people in this world that will understand you and take care of you, even though you've been horribly wronged. Like, there is someone out there that will take care of you and love you. And he understands how she feels because he is an outcast in his world. He has the same issues she does, so they can really like connect over that. Blah, 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 blah. Norman to cross over to the other side, be with her mother again. And then the zombies all sort of fade away. The town clears up. And at the very end, they all see Norman, finally who he is, as someone that's really special and was able to save the town. No one else would have been able to do this because Norman's the only one that can talk to ghosts. So they kind of see him as a hero now instead of as a weirdo or as a freak. And then at the very end of the movie, we have this beautiful moment where he's back in his living room, just like the beginning of the movie, watching another scary movie with his, grandma on the couch. And this is one of my favorite scenes of the movie because it just seems so sweet. Oh, Dan Breaker, thank you so much. Thank you for your club dues. That is so, so sweet. Once again, going towards a cosplay. It's going to be a good time. Let's see. So, the last scene of this movie, we have the father coming in, and it's his mother that is the dead grandmother. And he comes in, he sits on the couch, and he asks Norman, is grandma here? And he's like, yes, and he's right next to you. And he gets to kind of have this moment through his son that he initially thought was, like, this weird kid that just wanted to, like, embarrass the family and, like, is just, like, a total outcast. And now it's like they have this connection, this bond, and Norman is a way for him to, like, connect with his mother again. And then the rest of the family, even the sister who is just, like, a classic older teen sister, comes in, and she is sitting down there too. It's very sweet, and they're all sitting together as a family, and they finally all accept Norman. And then the last thing, which I almost forgot to mention, but I cannot because it's so freaking hilarious. So the older jock dude, which is Neil's older brother, Courtney, the sister, is throughout the whole movie is like trying to hit on him, thinks he's so cute, wants to date him. I'm like a football player, she's a cheerleader, classic. And at the end, I think she asked him to hang out or something, and he's like, oh yeah, you can come do that with my boyfriend and me. And we have this amazing moment, and I'm pretty sure, if I looked this up correctly, the first openly gay character in a children's animated movie. The jock is just so casual about the fact that he has a boyfriend and is gay, and I think that's so cool. Like, it really, like, took me by surprise, and in that kind of way where I was like, oh wow, they really, like, pushed the boundaries of, like, what can be in a kids movie, and that's so great because normalizing that with having a teen character, that their character being gay is not the conflict of the movie, it's just part of who they are, and it just comes up in this kind of last moment, and it's just, like, so casual, and I just thought that was so exciting and cool. So that was a real delight. Sorry, there's always these little flies. I think they're fruit flies. We have, like, a couple of fruit flies that will not leave my house. Okay. But I thought that was so cool to just have, like, an openly gay, chill character. So awesome. So that was really exciting. Let's see. I'm scrolling up here. Let's see. You guys are talking about... Okay, I mostly don't know what you're talking about, but that's okay. I just let you guys chat. You know what to do in there. Okay, cool. So I think that's basically the end of the movie. Is there anything else I wanted to mention in here? So we have a couple of iconic songs that are in this movie as well, which are fun. Mostly little bits. So the Halloween theme is a cell phone ring in this movie. It says the Donovan song Season of the Witch is sung by the school play cast, which I wouldn't have known that if I didn't look it up. Let's see. And then a White Stripes song from Get Behind Me, Satan plays over the end. Let's see. Pretty fun. There's some cool stuff in there. And then the score is by John Bryan, who is a pretty famous producer. He's worked with, like, Kanye, Fiona Apple. Pretty famous dude, but that's cool that he worked on this as well. Cool. All right, so you guys can feel free to join me in this. Something I've really been enjoying so much with these animated horror movies is Googling the name of the movie and behind the scenes. So fun. And there's actually on this one, and I haven't watched it, but maybe I'll open it so you guys can see it. Ooh, no, don't play. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the chat so you guys can watch it on your own time. But this is basically a little Dread Central created this behind the scenes of Paranorman, which definitely looks very cool. And then of course the classic Google image search. There is a lot of cool stuff on here as well. There's even a picture on here of the young Cody Smith McPhee, you know, looking at all the little stop motion characters and stuff, which is really cool. Oh, so awesome. It's so funny how many of these movies have been stop motion animation specifically, and maybe it's just because stop motion has like such a spookier quality to it than other types of animation. It definitely, yeah, they're just definitely somehow spookier. But super fun. Yeah, these are great. I also love the scene when at the very beginning when Norman is like brushing his teeth and pretending to be a zombie. I was just like, this kid, such a weirdo, love him so much, like just awesome. But yeah, all right, cool. Let me come back into the chat. Oh, Nightmare Ned. I don't think I've ever heard of that, but I'm happy to Google it. Nightmare Ned. No, I don't think I've ever seen this. Late 90s, 3 seasons. It looks cute. It looks like something I would like, honestly. And I haven't brought this up, I don't think, on my channel before. But one of my favorite shows as a kid was Courage the Cowardly Dog. And still, like, whenever I watch episodes, it's just freaking good. Like, that show is just so amazing. So I think we have like Pluto TV. We don't have normal TV, but on our Roku we have the Pluto app, which is sort of like live TV, and I've seen a little bit of Courage the Cowardly Dog on there, and it's just the best. It's the best. I don't think there is. I wish there was like a Courage the Cowardly Dog movie we could have watched all together, but oh my god. Sorry, I just yelled. So apparently there's supposed to be a Courage the Cowardly Dog movie in 2020. It was supposed to be released in theaters October 23rd, 2020. But I haven't heard anything about this. I mean, has anyone heard anything about this? This is crazy. I feel crazy right now. Yeah, apparently we were supposed to get that this year. I'm assuming it's on hold. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that it's not happening right now because of everything going down. Maybe I can check on IMDb too. I don't see it on IMDb. Well, interesting. If anyone hears any news about that, please tell me immediately, because that is literally my favorite cartoon. My god. So spooky. Literally the spookiest show. It was actually scary. Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, cool. So, is there anything else before I go? For my Patreon peeps, the movie for movie night is going to start, I guess, let's see, ideally right at 9. And, yeah, cool. Very exciting, very exciting. And also, oh, I forgot to say this. Next week, we will also have a special guest here for Horror Movie Club. So I will not tell you who it is. We're going to have a special guest. It's going to be very exciting. So that'll be really fun. Yes, so Martin just said there was supposed to be a new Scooby-Doo special with Scarecrow from Batman and Elvira. Yes. I don't know what happened to that, but I did see like pictures of it like a while ago about that happening. But I don't know. I don't know if it actually ever decided to come out. Unclear. But also, I'll just say happy October 1st, almost. Happy almost October 1st. Very excited for you guys. Okay, Toby. Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Toby is right here. Also, before I show you Toby, this is a little Pennywise that I got forever ago, and today Toby was just running around the house with it, and I was like, he knows. He knows it's almost October, and he is excited. So let me get him. Come here. Come here. Here he is. Here he is. Thank you for reminding me. I always forget, because typically when I live stream in here, he also wants to sit with Travis in there. Maybe because I'm so loud. But no, here he is. What's going on? He's also such a trooper, because I think I told you guys at some point, or maybe it was on Patreon, I don't know. But Toby had a cold, which was the saddest thing in the world. He had like a little cough. And so he had to be on antibiotics. And then he finished that, and then he had to go to the vet because he was due for a bunch of vaccines. Oh, look at you. He was due for a bunch of vaccines, so we had to take him in for that. And he got, like, you know, they cut his nails. He had to get his blood work, like everything, just like a full checkup. And he did such a good job. He was so sweet. He was, like, shaking like a leaf when we got there. He was so nervous. But he really pulled it together. By the time we left, he was a perfect angel. It was so sweet. We also got, so Toby, like, is obsessed with blankets. I feel like a lot of dogs are, but, like, he is truly obsessed with blankets. The softer, the better. He'll, like, favor a blanket for a while. And I had got this new green blanket, from TJ Maxx. And Toby has, like, taken it on as his blanket. And he loves it so much, and it's so freaking cute. Like, I always just find him, like, snuggled up in it. Like, somehow he's covered his entire body with it. It's just, like, so cute. I love you. I love you. So sweet. I don't know what he's going to be for Halloween. I was laughing because there is, in Sweeney Todd, a character named Toby. But I don't know how he would, like... I mean, it's the perfect character, so stop. Hey, Donovan, thank you. Dog toy for Toby being brave. That is so sweet. I'll get him another Halloween toy. This was supposed to be a toy for me, but then it ended up being a toy for Toby because he loved it, which was just too cute. Toby gets what Toby wants. But if anyone has any ideas how I can somehow, like, make Toby into the Sweeney Todd Toby for Halloween, I'm like, do I get him, like, a little jacket? Like, I don't even know. Like, a little hat? Like, I don't know what to do. But I think it would be so cute. Oh, a Chucky dog costume? That sounds really cute, too. That's so cute. That's true. He is just Toby. But wouldn't it be so funny if he had, like, a little cap and, like, a little jacket, like a little tie? Like, I just think something about that would be really nice. Okay, so 5 minutes till movie watch time. So I'm going to hop off of here. Ooh, one last thing before I go. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just here. So one last thing before I go. So if you guys saw, Blumhouse is coming out with 4 films on Amazon Prime. 2, I believe, come out October 6th, and 2, I think, are coming out the 13th or 14th, something like that. And I decided that instead of reviewing them, I'm going to Twitch stream them and watch them. So more info to come on that, but I decided I'm just going to watch them live with you guys because they're on Amazon Prime. So Twitch, you can only use, you can do watch parties, but only through Amazon Prime because they're like, Amazon owns Twitch. Amazon owns everything. But so because Blumhouse is working with them, I think that's going to be perfect. So there's at least going to be 2 big movie nights on Twitch for us all to hang out together. So that's going to be really fun too. So I'll let you guys know about that. And yeah, this is actually technically this is Travis's Ozzy and Rob Zombie shirt, but I have taken it for my own, and I always wear it. And also, I'm pretty sure, because this is his shirt, but I saw Ozzy and Rob Zombie in concert when I was like a preteen, and so I was like, I bet we saw the same tour, which is very cute, very cute. And yeah, Twitch is hard. Like, it's, for me, like, I just keep wanting to have the time to do it, but I just haven't really had the time to do it. But I am going to do it some in October, because I'm just like, if I'm going to be watching these movies anyway, I might as well watch them on there. So, yeah. Okay. All right. I will talk to you guys later. October 1st, tomorrow, 31 Days of Halloween is starting. Tomorrow's video is my Halloween decorations and the voting for October Horror Movie Club. So make sure you at least watch it to go and vote. And I think that's it. That's it. Have a nice screen, people, and I will talk to you all soon. Thank you so much for allowing us to do an animated spooky movie month. It gave me the life and love and like silliness and joy I really needed this month. So thank you. I love you all so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.